Hello everyone, this is Xanasham from Ghostlands EU on my Undead LP character, who is on Draenor EU and is level 17 I think in this video. Yes it is. I've recorded up to the end of Silverpine Forest, so the recording of the videos is up to level 22 I think, and I think there'll be one video per day this week, I think, because I've got enough of the footage. Yes, I have to mention this, otherwise it's going to be kind of like, doesn't make any sense that I'm just not mentioning it. I haven't been making videos for the past 3 weeks, which is probably, as you probably know, this is because I am in the middle of an exam period, and I have been... well, I've been busy, been doing a lot of stuff, haven't really been playing video games that much, haven't played WoW at all for the past month at least, I think, and it just really isn't appealing to me as it was before. There'll still be this Let's Play, because I will continue with this, because this is at least fun, at the point, but nothing in World of Warcraft Cataclysm really, excites me as it did before. To be honest, it was starting in Wrath Lich King, I was getting kind of bored of Wrath Lich King, and Cataclysm didn't really revamp my excitement, so most likely I will not be making any more other videos regarding World of Warcraft unless I decide over the summer that because I'm going to be so bored to get nothing to do, I might just go back to WoW then and record lots of videos for any of the content. But what I've really found kind of weird about WoW for the past few months at least, was they announced I think it's 4.1, and I said I'm going to look the newest patch anyway. They announced it a while ago about Zul'Gurub, Zul'Aman, and it seems to have taken ages for it to come out. Now, and there isn't even a raid in this new patch. So what the hell are people doing? Are people just going to be doing the same raids for 6 months? I don't even know when Cataclysm was released in November. It's now April, and no other raid tier has come out. Well, I guess you could say that people could decide to go into heroics. They could do heroic modes and try to train in there. But as I found out when actually doing Wrath Lich King, heroic mode Ulduar, it gets boring kind of quickly, considering it's just the same fight, just at a higher difficulty level. It's the same reason why in most video games, if you got like a higher difficulty level, it doesn't get counted unless you're in like one. I've got to actually say what I'm going to say before I just go on a random tangent. Okay. If you got like a video game that's not online, just a normal video game, you don't count a higher difficulty level as double the experience unless you're in like a really old like NES game, 3 times as long, and it means 3 times as long because it's the same campaign just repeated 3 times with difficulty. Now I can understand the heroic modes like raids aren't kind of like that. They're not just adding a different difficulty, because there are different mechanics. The boss fights do feel different. It's just at the same location, it's the same boss in the end. And even though it technically, logically, it is still a different fight if you actually use the law of identity. Like if it's different, if one part of it is different, then it's a different fight. But psychologically and emotionally, it just feels really boring doing the same fight and just having it basically. Imagine World of Warcraft. Every single heroic mode encounter was the same guy, just with different abilities. Would that be boring? I think it would be, even though there is technically no difference between any of the bosses right now and their abilities, just because they don't look the same, they don't have the same aesthetic appeal, they don't have the same like environment. It just feels better than having them all the same boss. And yeah, I basically have just been talking over the entire of the Deadmines. It was actually quite a fun Deadmines run. We didn't really have much trouble with any of the bosses, but at the end there was a ninja grab. But at this point I really couldn't care less. Apparently one of the healers ninja'd a DPS mace, which was kind of nasty of him, but he was a goblin, you have to expect it. Goblins are kind of nasty and nifty that way. So what are we doing now? Well, we are going to do 2 quests. The Hair of the Dog, which is to rouse 8 sea dogs, and reinforcements from Fenris, which means we need to kill 10 Hillsbrad Worgen. These are basically self-explanatory. You just have to throw alcohol down the throats of the orc sea dogs. I don't understand how this manages to get a 13 rating when it basically tells you to feed alcohol to to Sea Dogs. To be honest, it's World of Warcraft is kind of like loosely based on that 13 rating. To be honest, I imagine this game would not go down well in Australia, especially since in Australia many games have to be censored or changed if they had any illegal drugs or anything in that. Luckily, I don't think there are any illegal drugs in World of Warcraft. It's just that it's kind of is weird how there's alcohol present in the game and directed by the player. It kind of is not really working on that 13's rating very, very well. Once you complete both these quests, you need to go closer to the docks down here, and you'll get a secondary quest from... Well, first of all, we found this rare somewhere. I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere. Ah, here it is. Fenric Fatros, where we get a massive jump in experience, where I don't even know if we did that or not there. And there we go, we're level 18. We get 2 new abilities, Call Pet 2, which means we can call our second pet if we decide to tame another pet. And the other thing is Track Undead. Technically it's useful, kind of, it's situational. I think there's a glyph that actually allows you to get a DPS increase while using Track Undead. I don't know if it was changed in Cataclysm, but I think I distinctly remember something. For it might have been a Paladin glyph. If you're wondering what the hell I'm talking about, glyphs are these things that you can enchant on your character, which gives you different abilities, which gives your abilities different effects or enhanced effects. Sometimes they're enhanced, sometimes they're just different, sometimes they're just nifty, sometimes just crazy, and sometimes just for like fun. And you get new glyphs as you new glyph slots as you level up, and you have to go to an inscriber and ask them to inscribe a glyph for you, or you can just go in the auction house and buy one. Your pick is your desire. Once you've handed these quests in, you get some new items, which are very, very nice, and then we have to report to Master Fortescue in the Deep Elm Mine in Silverpine. We're going in here because we are trying to kill, I think. We're going to ambush the... Yeah, we're going to ambush the Worgen. But as we learn, these level 85 and 80 undead get owned because Pack Leader Ivar Bloodfang decides to trap them and explode them with TNT. Ingenious. Well, it's not really an ingenious plan. It's more like a very easy plan. It's just that we kind of fell for it quite easily, and somehow we managed to survive. I don't know how, but somehow we didn't get blown up. Yes. Now we're going to talk to Lady Sylvanas Windrunner. Yes, Windrunner. What's she going to say to us? Yes, our strongest... She gets really upset that the strongest soldiers of the Forsaken in Silverpine have just been owned in a cave with mass amounts of TNT. And in order to deal with the Gilneans inside their own territory, we're now going to be flying to Gilneas. And for the next video and this video, we're going to be doing quests in Gilneas. This is the thing I was talking about, by the way, with the Worgen. The Worgen have nothing. The Worgen, if you're in Alliance, don't actually get to experience this questing whatsoever, even though their lore and their storyline is very tied to this. It kind of feels like a letdown, because they could have added some sort of Alliance type questing in Gilneas. I mean, there's plenty to do in this zone. They could have increased the amount of Worgen involvement, fighting against the Forsaken and such. But I guess they decided not to do it in this regard, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, they have phasing. They don't even have to interfere with the Forsaken questing. It's just kind of, meh. The quest we got now is an all-time all be revealed. We need to collect 6 Wolfsbane. The other thing is we need to kill 12 Worgen rebels, and the other thing is we need to collect the Forsaken communication device, which is here and covered by Forsaken corpses. Don't know why there were Forsaken corpses there, and don't know how we managed to, not die, or no Worgen decided to jump into the shadows, so I guess they just died and the Worgen just walked away. Once you kill that Yeti, it's not called a Yeti, what's it called? I can't remember. Big giant thing. You get a quest which just means you just have to collect the head and give it to the Forsaken commander. It's kind of like, I think it's a secret quest. You don't actually get any sort of quest to tell you to do that. So I guess we just found a quest. It does give you quite a lot of experience, so it's something you can do. Okay, let's hand it in. There we go. Handing all these quests in. Now we need to collect the Wolfsbane. The Wolfsbane is found on the other side of the road here, with all the plague cats destroying Gilneas. Yes. Okay, here are the Wolfsbane. I don't know why we're collecting it. Probably because Wolfsbane, you know, the Worgen don't like it. Yes, they probably get really, really teary-eyed, and it does horrible things to their eyes, and they have just, you know, they just cry a lot. They don't like it. It's an irritant. And that's, I think, the end of the video, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked this video. I hope to see you in part 8 of the Let's Play Undead in Silverpine up to level 60 Let's Play. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next video, and yeah, that's about it. If you want to like the video, please like. If you want to subscribe, please subscribe. And if you want to comment, please comment. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again.